So Craig and company now a robust 40-1 when they built up a lead after 8 innings. So basically, if the Cubs are in the lead, you can kiss that one goodbye, and you can kiss this one as an out. PCA putting on another defensive clinic. Tommy Mansky and his crew, they've got nothing on him specifically because he can pick it with the leather and then he can beat you with the wood. Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong going off the scoreboard. Upper quadrant as well. That added a little bit of insurance. 5-3, the Cubs, they go out there and they get the win. They're now 11-1 in home openers here at Wrigley Field. And let's welcome in Caleb Thielbar because he has been absolute filth over his last 14 innings, scoreless if you want to be technical about things. But Caleb, you were out there on the hill when Pete made that unbelievable grab. It just seems like another day at the office for PCA. So how thrilling was it from that vantage point?
You know what? I could see it coming the whole way. That was the coolest part. I mean, the ball was really splitting the gap good, but I mean, I could see him closing the whole way, and I had a pretty good feeling that he was going to catch that. On
a night like this, when it's 80-plus degrees, the wind is flowing, it's going out just a little bit, does it make it easier to do your job when you know you have a maestro like Pete in the big field?
I mean, it's not just him out there, too.
Okay,
I mean,
true. Good point.
We got gold everywhere, all over that field, and I mean, it's only a matter of time until he gets his. So it's awesome to pitch here just with that defense behind me. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I can see it in your eyes. You love the smile. It's a real thing, man. Absolutely.
Your reaction then when doesn't take much time at the plate, he hits it out. Like, just what are you thinking about everything he can accomplish in a game?
I mean, how many times do you see that?
Right.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
It never happens.
But he's an electric player. Yeah. And it's unbelievable to watch him every day. I mean, these are the kind of things that you just get used to seeing, which is, it's crazy to say because just what he does every day is unreal.
You know, when you think about this bullpen, when the phone rings, man, it seems like there's a calm down there. No matter who's coming in, no matter what situation, you guys know you're going to get the job done. Mm-hmm. It seems that way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're in a good spot right now. I mean, everyone's rolling. I mean, it's fun to be a part of. I mean, it really could be anyone at any time right now just because everyone's pitching so well, and it's fun to be a part of that.
How important is it to have that clubhouse trust not only in the guys in the bullpen, the starting rotation, plus the bats? You know they can bail you out at any given moment, can't they?
Yeah, especially on a day like this. I mean, there's no lead that's safe on a day like this with the wind blowing out, and we all know that. So, I mean, you just have to really go out there and focus on doing your job whenever you get that chance and put up a 0.
How aware are you that PCA and Seiya always homer in the same game? It's 5 times now.
I'm not aware of that at all, actually.
Yeah, it's always happening. I didn't know if you guys were like
crazy,
picking up on this or.
No.
Okay, back to the pitching front though. Your ability just to shut the opponent down. What are you telling yourself? You and I have talked about your curve. Like, is that the secret, or what's going on right now for you that's working so well?
Yeah, I mean, really just getting the movement on my fastball back has been key this year. You know, when I get into a bad count, I'm able to throw a fastball in the zone and just get a foul ball or a pop-up or something. I mean, that's a huge thing for me. And today, I mean, I've been struggling a little bit with the curveball lately. I've been throwing a lot of them in the dirt. But today, I really focused on, you know, just kind of setting my sights a little higher, trying to throw the ball at the top of the zone, and then it ends up where it needs to be. And then when I'm going for that strikeout, then I can just throw the one that I have been throwing. But being able to make that adjustment was pretty big for me today. Hopefully, we'll keep that moving forward.
Hey, I know you was in the game, but you know sometimes you walking in from the bullpen when y'all win. This crowd, I mean, how electric is this on a Tuesday night? Neighborhood baseball, 40,000 people going crazy.
It's unbelievable. I mean, this place is electric every single night.
It's different,
I mean,
right?
It's crazy. I mean, the adrenaline that you get, you never lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's your first game or your 100th game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal.
Every game, adrenaline rush, action-packed, and this man right here, one of the reasons why 14 consecutive scoreless innings lending to the ball game tonight. Caleb, as always, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the hard work and appreciate the time. That's right. Everything is going to taste like filet mignon on an evening like this, and also thankful for PCA, what he was able to do, showing off the leather as well as the bat. And if there's anyone who knows that Pete is a feather in the cap of this organization, it's the skipper, Craig Counsell. Let's hear his thoughts.
That's why we come to the ballpark, to see things like that, to see great players do great things, great players do amazing things. Pretty cool.
What was the most impressive part of the catch for you?
Well, it's just it's the ball, where the ball is, and how he's got to dive for the ball and keep his glove in a good spot to catch the ball. That's the ball this year that's felt like he's been, the ball kind of going back the other way and then the ball going into the left center gap. It's kind of the two balls that he's made the great plays on, it feels like. But he's getting just incredible jumps, and his burst is so good. And then when he gets his, I think we're underestimating just completing the play with the catch in a really with the ball nearly on the ground. He's got to dive and keep his glove in a good position. Just really impressive.
You've talked about the bat speed. Is that kind of what we're all seeing in the moment live? It's just incredible bat speed. Anything like that?
Yeah, I mean I think that's the farthest home run this year at Wrigley. It feels like. So I think he got an out slider out over the plate and didn't miss it.
You don't use superlatives about people very often. You're very careful about that. But when it comes to Pete, where would you rank him, even though it's a young career, as far as how he plays center field? Where would he be at in your mind?
Yeah, I think we're seeing a center fielder he's playing at as high a level as I've seen a center fielder play. Now we're 70 games in or whatever, but how he's playing it, it's as good as I've seen. And I think all the pitchers that have been around for a while, like Caleb Thielbar, would, and he's had some pretty good center fielders behind him as well, would tell you that it's the kind of, like I said, the left center gap and the right center gap going back. It's just been really impressive.
What did you think of Ben Brown today?
I thought Ben did a nice job. Even the home run, I didn't think that was a terrible pitch. I thought he made a pretty good pitch there, and then he kept it together. Way less to me. It's always less free pitches. I think that's always a key for Ben. It's just competitive pitch, as many competitive pitches. Make the hitter responsible for as many pitches as you can. He has to do that to get the strikeout. And the strikeout's important to him. And then I thought he had in the fifth with Collins, who had hit two balls hard off him. He made some good pitches in a big spot, and that was a very important out.
So you had a 3 strikeout, but a 1 swing was in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many days Say and Pete have homered together, but it feels like that's a thing. So we got to thank Saya for all the rest of the things that happened tonight. But it's a huge swing of the bat. I mean, 3-run homers are game changers. And Saya's delivering. We're getting people on base in front of him, and he's delivering.
And what did you say about Saya to not let how those first 2 at bats go impact how he took that third at bat?
Yeah, I mean, just it's like hitting sometimes is about maybe the guy makes pitches on you the first 2 at bats, and then he makes a mistake, and that you're ready for the mistake. If pitchers make pitches, it's tough to get hits. The guy left something out over the plate, and Saya, didn't put himself in a passive mode because of the previous 2 at bats. Put himself in an aggressive mode and did something with it.
We talk about the bullpen, it seems like every night, but again, just an important performance for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we had 5 innings from Ben, but then I thought the guys did a really nice job. All 4 of them did a really nice job. Strikes, just throwing strikes, which is something that we've been really excelling at, and letting our defense then make a play, and we did.
Craig singing the praises of that man right there, the artist formerly known as number 52. He goes by a new number these days. That's right, single digit style. Pete Crow Armstrong for MVP. That is a fantastic Photoshop. And yeah, the curtain call, they're giving it up right there. The 3rd longest left on left home run that we've seen all season long. The first 2, it was a former Chicago Cub. It was Kyle Clark. Oh my goodness, Clark spraying me. Now I got a big wet streak down the side. We're going to deal with this in the commercial break. Plus, we're going to get those highlights ready. We're pulling them out of the oven. That and more. It's next on Cubs Postgame Live.